Elevated Essence, and I'm here today with Calm King Causey. How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm blessed. How you feeling, bro?
Hey, man, can't complain. Let's just get right into it. Get right into the details, man. Do you write more from personal experience or imagination?
I have a good mix of both. I would say definitely more from real experience, but just like when people use their imagination to write comic books or movies or shows, you know, it comes from a real place and I might take it somewhere further in my mind. So I would say more real life, but I definitely like to use my imagination too and branch out.
Okay, so more like an artistic type of thing. What's your favorite comic book? I heard you say you
You know,
favorite hero, not
yeah, I guess I could say that. As far as like the good guys growing up, I like the Thing from Fantastic Four.
That's unique because I've never heard nobody say that.
Yeah, because he looked like the villains because they would look cooler, they would have a
better
more
powers
interesting
and stuff.
story.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, but the Thing, he was a good guy, but you know, it's like the Hope. You know, you can't mess with
Complex
this
character, complex.
Yeah,
character.
and I like how they look too. So
I get it. How do you know when your track is done?
you just don't want to do nothing to it no more. When you work on something and then you know you don't hear nothing to change, you could just listen to it and enjoy it. I feel like that's when it's done.
Okay. What's a studio ritual you can't record without?
Weed.
Oh. Do you think TikTok is helping or hurting real artistry? This is a good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think everything is really how you use it, man. Nothing is inherently good or bad for the most part. Obviously, there's some things that are more black and white, but I feel like it's like all about how you use it. You know,
It's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective.
All about perspective.
You know, everything needs balance, and a lot of things are about the intent. You know, so I feel like if you're genuine and you want to get your stuff out there, obviously it's a good avenue to at least try out and be on and see how it goes. Just like any other social media, see how it works for you. It's there, so I think we should take advantage of it. But at the same time, just like anything else, especially as far as just a consumer, you know, everything in moderation.
Okay. What does making it mean to you in 2025?
Really just doing what I love and being able to live off it. Simple as that.
This is a good question. How do you handle self-doubt or creative blocks?
All right.
Yeah. It takes away from the creative aspect. I understand.
It does. And sometimes you need time away from the studio or from writing to live life. So then when you get back into it, you can dive into it with both feet. You feel me? As far as self-doubt, I feel like everybody goes through that. I think a lot of creatives have anxiety and have depression and have mental health stuff going on. So it's pretty normal, but I feel like you have to just, I think really you have to just love this more than you love your comfort zone. You gotta want it so much and love it, and you know, you just gotta keep that faith.
If your music could speak directly to one type of listener, who would it be for?
Man, that's a good question. I gotta think about that one. You said if it could be for one type of person?
If you could speak directly to one type of listener.
If I had to choose one, I would say the black sheep of the world, the misfits, the people that low-key a lot of times keep their families running, but probably their family probably makes them feel like they're doing the least or, you know, the least cared about sometimes. So I feel like anybody that doesn't necessarily fit in, that's where the part of the New Jupiter concept comes from, besides repping NJ, is like just being that black sheep type of person where maybe growing up you didn't really feel like.
When you write a song, do you start with the beat, the bars, or the vibe?
You know, it really depends. I would say usually I start with the beat and the production and see where it takes me, but there has been some times lately where I just felt the need to write something and I just wrote it, and then I might be working with a producer and I hear a beat and I'm like, oh, this lyrics would go perfect to that. So usually in the past I haven't done that, but now there's been some times where it's been aligning. So, you know, it's all about the end.
How would you describe your sound?
I definitely feel like I'm in a lane of like alternative hip hop when I think about who would be considered in that lane, from people that I was inspired by, from like Outkast to a lot of conscious artists, even like Common and like Black Star, Kweli and Mos, and you know, from Lupe Fiasco even to Chance the Rapper, all kinds of artists that kind of do their own thing, definitely more intentional with the type of message they putting out there, but at the same time, like, you know, a balance on it where it's not too serious, it's still fun, but people gotta hear 25, people want somebody to relate to it, and even something to feel inspired by just to keep going.
Do you see your music as therapy, a flex, or a message?
I would say a little bit of all of it. I feel like maybe therapy the most, probably flexing the least, but you know, it's hip hop, you gotta have some of that.
You gotta.
Yeah.
I know how it goes.
Yeah, you gotta stand tall, and especially.
Stand on 10, yeah.
Yeah, and skill wise, you just gotta make sure, you know, you should feel like.
What inspired you to write your song right now? Inspired, by the way.
Appreciate you.
What inspired you to write your song Awesome?
Awesome. I was in the studio with my boy Lucci Wally. He's a producer / engineer, singer, rapper, pretty much everything. And this one we had the studio heavy artillery in the area, and I told him, yo, let's make something from scratch. So he made the beat right there, probably within 30 minutes, 45 minutes the most. I'm writing, my lyrics done in like 30, so in like 2 hours, we had this song already done. That was a little bit, you know, I was a little bit in my bag as far as like feeling myself and just having a good time putting